what's up, Swifties? It's Josh, the former king of the Swiftie universe, because I moved on, right? But you know what? Taylor Swift probably ain't even awake yet. I'm up before the sun even comes up, because midnight's her afternoon. She's probably asleep. She's probably asleep. She probably got up for a second because she got a text message from Travis Kelsey's handler. It was like, Travis wants to put up a post on social media. Let us run it by you. Is it okay if he says this? Right? That's probably what she went back to sleep. Well, I'm out here working on. See, Taylor Swift was right. Midnight's about me and deny me the proceeds of it. I'm out here working on my version of the off-Broadway story of Betty James and Inez. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, and it's not going to be called, you know, it's not going to be called no folklore or evermore or none of that more. Anyway, so here's what it is, really. Here's what I got. So the soundtrack's going to be like, there's going to be a Olivia Rodrigo song for sure, you know, because here's the scene that I'm working on now, right? So Betty, because midnights are afternoons, James is up. James is like, you know, James gets up and he's like, he's in Washington, D.C., and he's like, I'm going to go to the skate park, right? And he tries to get a hold of Betty, right? Because Betty wrecked his car, you know. That's the first scene. I'm not going to get into. This is like in the. Betty wrecks his car, right? He don't have no car. And he's over at her house. He throws a pebble in her house, and her dad goes, "Get out of here! Never talk to Betty again." And James is like, "What? She wrecked my car, and she told me she had insurance. She doesn't even have insurance, right?" That's what happened. That's why Betty and James fall out, right? Because James has his truck, right? And Betty's like, "Let me drive your truck. Let me drive." And James is like, "I don't let anybody drive my truck." Right? Betty's like, Just let me drive your truck." So James is like, "Okay, I'm going to let you drive my truck," right? So then James, right? James lets, he's like, "You got insurance?" Betty's like, "I got insurance." James lets Betty drive his truck, right? Because Betty's like, "I'll burn your picture if you don't let me drive your truck." So James lets Betty drive his truck, right? Then Betty wrecks his truck. And then Betty's like, I lied, I don't have insurance. James is like, "What do you mean you don't have insurance?" So then James like goes over to Betty's house, right? And James and Betty's dad's there, and he walks in, right? Betty's up on the stairs, and he's like, "What are you gonna do about my truck? She wrecked it." And James's dad says, "Get out of here." And James says, "What about my truck?" He said, "We're not paying for your truck." And James picks up a pebble because there's like this like origami thing. I don't even know. It was like a bonsai tree thing. It had a little pebble in it. James picks up a pebble and throws it because James is mad in her house. And her dad says, "God, you never see Betty again." James is like, "I don't even care." Right? So then James, like, then okay, then we fast forward a little bit. And there's some other stuff that goes on. I'm not giving away the whole plot of the movie. Right? So then James, like, he's going to go to the skate park because James is going to be a professional skateboarder. That's why Betty messed up. Betty messes up his truck. So James, the skate park's all the way on the other side of town because he's living in Washington, D.C. He lives way over there, and the skate park's on way over there, right? And Betty wrecks his truck. And his daddy, like, because he was like, "Professional skateboarder, what kind of job is that?" And he's like, like, have you ever heard of DC Shoes? Rob Deerdick? And her dad's like, "No, that was the other problem." And James had some tattoos, and her dad didn't like his tattoos either. Anyway, that's like filler. I mean, I'm not giving away the whole plot. So then